eCADSTAR is a desktop PCB design solution with the advantage of an internet-connected platform solution to access information and services. One such service is a bill of materials scoring or part scoring system. This is provided by Silicon Expert Technologies. Within the schematics, I can perform that on an existing circuit that I've started to design. I can execute the bill of materials tool and it will generate an overall design grading for my parts used in my design as it is up to now. I can see more details and we can see here that the grading is done in 4 categories: lifecycle, multi-sourcing, compliance and inventory, and we have some risks associated with those categories. We can subscribe to the service provided by Silicon Expert Technologies to investigate each of these further. Once logged in, I can then look at all the bill of materials parts in my design and review them for each of the areas, categories that are available. So I can see here for my life cycle I have 6 high-risk items, one of which is an obsolete part. We can look further at this obsolete part and see some of the specifications of the part in the technical tab, and we can see in the risk tab that it's end of life, so it's an obsolete part. We can find alternatives by going to the crosses, looking at the part alternatives or options of parts that are available. Equally, I can just research it myself using the category of searching for ESD suppressor diodes. So if I go to the research tab and put that into my search string, and I want to focus on the circuit protection, I can then refine the search further, specifying that it's an active part in the product life cycle, that it's compliant with RoHS, and I'm going to select that it has 10 pins, and I've narrowed down my search to 234. I'd like to narrow it down a bit more, so I can do that by just putting into the description field some more information to narrow it down to 33. If I now scroll through the available list to review them, I can find some parts that are 10-year life cycle that are compliant and active. So I look in more detail at the part by selecting on the part number as a hyperlink. This will then present us all the information again. The benefit being it's a single point to get the data sheet, all the part information, the specification, supply chain, sourcing of the part, and any risks associated with it. So I can see the technical specification and any risks associated with it. So life cycle is low, sourcing is low, compliance and inventory is low. And I can go further to select this part, then review and select the part for use in my design. Another aspect to the Silicon Expert Technology service is I can research for new parts I want to create in the design. So I need to add in some memory circuitry into my design. I can go to the research tab and I can browse through the categories. So in this case I'm going to go for memory. I'm going to then apply and refine the filters again for active, yes. In this case I have a preferred vendor for my memory chips, so I've selected that, and I can then scroll through and apply and review those results. Selecting a part, I can review the technical specification, I can review the compliance and the risk, etc., etc., to review the part before I place it into my circuit. So that's adding them as an engineering point in the schematic, in the circuit design, and reviewing, discussing, finding out information about the part before I place it into a design. The other aspect is when I get to PCB, at any point in the PCB process, I can review the parts used in my design using this same Silicon Expert Technologies bill of materials grading service. But especially just before sign off of the part, before it goes to manufacture, I would want to check the design that the bill of materials is a quality. I've got confidence in the bill of materials. So I can go through to the bill of materials tool inside of the PCB. I can see the overall grading, and I can see more details of the parts in the design. And once I've logged into the service, I can then look at each of the categories and look at the parts in my design and focus on the high risk items. So again, this is a very good aspect to review them side by side with my PCB and consider any design mitigation that I need to take to avoid and to improve the quality of my bill of materials before I sign off and go to manufacture. So it's utilizing the integrated browser inside of eCADSTAR, using the connected platform with our Silicon Expert Technologies bill of materials grading service, offering a very powerful reduced design respins, reduced design time, and confidence and quality in the bill of materials going forward.